Oh my god, it's that time again. You don't get only one podcast, you get two in 2 days. How lucky are you guys? Legion, can you tell them how lucky they are as well before I keep on going? And that?
Yeah, I, yeah, yep. Let's go with that. Yep.
Yep. See, even you can't even talk. That's how lucky you guys are. But welcome to the SLS Wrestling Podcast, WrestleMania Edition, Part 2. I'll give you a quick glance at what we're going to go over. We're going to talk about the Hall of Fame today as well. We didn't get that to yesterday. My challenge to Legion as well, which my challenge was, I wanted him to book a pay-per-view featuring NXT versus TNA. I'm really looking forward to see what matches he's got, and then I'm even looking more forward to see what the challenge is as well. So that's going to be my
Oh,
challenge next time, and then we'll go over
I,
night
per-
two. Yeah, sorry, go on. You want to say something?
I'm saying I personally think you'll love the challenge.
Well, I'm going to say this to you: if you give me a crappy challenge, with you did with Jinder, even though I turned it into salad. What is it? Turn chicken shit into chicken salad.
Hey,
So I did that. So
I had to give someone who gives a better storyline credit than what they did.
I mean, it worked
Yeah,
as well. Like I don't think they would have.
I was trying to be nice.
Yeah. Oh, you're trying to be nice, okay. Well, I've got two challenges that I'm going to keep in the back pocket in case I get a crappy one, because trust me, you do not want one of these two as well. Then we're going to go over our picks for WrestleMania 2, WrestleMania Night 2 as well. But before we get started, we missed a bit of news yesterday that I want to get to as well, because I was shocked to hear this. It's rumored that before Revolution, I'm pretty sure. Is it Revolution? God, I forgot the pay per view as well. Unfortunately, and that. But Mariah May might be signing with the WWE really soon in that. So, go Lee,
Yeah,
your
yeah.
thoughts.
From reports, she's already in talks with them for
It's
when her contract expires.
yeah.
She'll be ready to sign up.
Can I say the stuff she did with Tony Storm in AEW was amazing. Like it's probably the best woman's not only rivalry but storyline in a long time that I can think. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head in WWE, and that I really can't think. And even in TNA, and I'm number one. I'm a bit shocked because I thought, okay, she's maybe staying AEW will just throw money at her and stay there more, but she obviously sees her career being in WWE, and I'm all for it.
Only The only other storyline that might I wouldn't say there's anything better, but it's one storyline that comes close, and that was actually fairly recent. That was the Bailey Io Sky buildup.
Yeah. No, I actually agree with that as well. But I'm just saying, for me, the women's. I know women's wrestling in both companies is probably not the forefront in that, but it's really not that relevant in AEW from what I've seen. If I'm wrong, please let me know in that. But Tony Storm and Mariah Way were holding it up as well, and that's I'm really, and even now Harley Cameron has gone into the scene with Sasha Banks. How about I say that? The former Sasha Banks. I'm having trouble remembering her name as well. So
Mercedes Monet.
yeah, Mercedes Monet. Thank you. I struggle with names, and that's so that's why you're coming to me in the WWE, and you're going to talk for me, and that's so
Yeah.
yeah. But where do you? She would not go to NXT. She would just go straight to main. You would think, wouldn't you?
That's the prediction, because what everybody's going off, like she could survive in NXT, but she would fit better on the main
Yeah.
roster.
I'm just thinking
Like
of.
maybe, but I don't know what brand though.
I was thinking SmackDown and put her. I know they wouldn't do it straight away, but her and Tiffany Stratton would be very interesting. Maybe would she? She'd come in as a heel, wouldn't she?
She would work better as a heel. Yeah, I would say, because who's the? Oh yeah, I would say put her against Lyra. Put
Yeah,
her as
yeah.
like for the Intercontinental title and actually put that on the map.
Yeah. No, that's okay. You sold me. Let me get my credit card. I don't know where my wallet is, but there you go. You got it. Yeah. So it's the women's roster in WWE is stacked, and it's even going to get stacked more over the next years. Especially you see the talent in NXT that will come up as well. Like, oh, it's so stacked in that. But yeah, anyway, that was a bit of news we missed yesterday. So apologies on that as well, because I remembered as soon as we went over, and oh god, I forgot about that. But let's talk about the Hall of Fame for uh, WrestleMania this 41, the 2025 WWE Hall of Fame. So far, it's confirmed. I'm just seeing how many we got as well. As my mouse sings, we've got
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 inductees.
8 inductees, and we've got a new category as well. But let's go over.
Well, that's including the new category.
Yeah, including the new category. But let's go. Let's start with the legacy as well, because I like to remember wrestling's past and that. So the first one is Ivan Koloff as well, because I remember him from. I'm pretty sure it was from early WCW days, maybe NWA days and that. But look, you look at this.
Yeah.
You look at this resume. One-time WWF World Heavyweight Champion, 3-time NWA Mid-Atlantic Champion, 3-time NWA World Television Champion. I could keep on going and going and going. But the most famous thing he would be remembered for is he was the one that famously ended Bruno Sammartino's 2,803-day reign as the WWF World Heavyweight Champion. Think about that. Roman Reigns had it for, what was the number? 1,600 in the end? 1,600?
I think so. So somewhere in there, yeah.
Give or take. This guy had basically double that length. And it's the longest world title reign in history and that. And this guy ended it. And I remember, I think it was at Madison Square Garden. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if you know your history in wrestling, Legion, but the crowd went silent that night. Like, they were stunned. And a Madison Square Garden crowd could be rowdy as F and that, and they were stunned. First time ever, like, some people were saying, I think I saw an interview, some people were saying they thought their hearing had gone because the crowd was not saying a word and that, so yeah. A welcome inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame. We got Dory Funk Sr. as well, remembered as the father of Dory Funk Jr. and Terry Funk, God rest their souls. Promoter, 8-time NWA Southeast Junior Heavyweight Champion. I could go on a list of that, but we'd be here forever and that, so I just want to keep on moving up as well. Do you want to take the next one there, Legion?
Yeah, and next one is Kamala. His persona was one of the most unique during its time.
Yeah. What's the first thing you remember him from? Because it's I'm reading it now, and I do remember him from this and that. So it was big.
All I remember was I believe it was like at the time it was like the old style steel cage match against the Undertaker, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, maybe it was.
I remember seeing.
It was a coffin match. I remember. I don't know if
it was a coffin match.
Yeah, it was a coffin match.
I didn't think.
Yeah.
Did they do it back then?
Yeah, they did it. It was at the 1992 Survivor Series, if my memory corrects me as well. Because I remember they had the video backstage. It was his handler and Harvey Whippleman, after the Undertaker put him in and did the nails, lock him in. And by the way, that'd be scary as hell. I don't care if it was even
because I remember Kamala. I remember Kamala in a steel cage. It might have been against Hulk Hogan.
It might have been Hulk Hogan as well. I remember he was big on the indies before he got to WWE, and I think it was even in WCW for a bit, part of the Dungeon of Doom and that. But like I said, they had the backstage and they'd open the coffin, and he's absolutely crapping himself and all that stuff. So yeah, good to see Kamala in there. Thoroughly deserves it as well. Like I said,
that's a long time coming.
And let's go to the new segment they're introducing as well. The Immortal Moment, as it's called. It's Bret the Hitman Hart. Oh, by the way, for those three as well, we don't know who's inducting them as well yet, so we don't know as well. I mean, Kamala could have Harvey Whippleman. Dory Funk Sr., I'm not too sure, to be fair. Even Koloff, maybe. It's hard to think of names as well, since I really don't know most of these guys as well, but yeah.
This match is probably your favorite one of
all this time. Is my favorite match, and this is actually voted the second greatest match ever, behind Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker as well. Bret the Hitman Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin from WrestleMania 13. A no DQ submission match with Ken Shamrock as the guest referee. And that's going to be inducted by CM Punk, because I remember CM Punk saying this is one of his favorite matches ever as well. So, yeah. I could go on about this match as well, but yeah, it's... I'll let you.
This was the famous double turn, wasn't it?
Yes, this was the double turn. Double turns have not been done that often in that, but yeah, this is the famous double turn, because Austin, even back then as a heel, was just so over. And Bret Hart was getting a bit stale, kind of like what Hulk Hogan did in WCW, as I was talking about yesterday. So, number one, are you shocked that they didn't do Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker? Because that was voted the greatest match ever. So you'd think that would be the first match to go in for the immortal moment. I'm sure it'll go in down the track, but you would think it would be the first one.
But no, I think this one right here is more iconized over that one.
Okay.
Because of the fact that, just because of the double turn.
Yeah, the double turn as well. So, yeah.
Because it's been, I would say, replicated, but never perfected.
Yeah, never perfected.
After that.
I mean, Bret Hart was one of my favorites wrestlers growing up as well. He just got wrestling. I mean, he came from a wrestling family, so
if I'm not mistaken, that double turn really wasn't planned.
It wasn't, but leading up to it, I'm sure they've done videos on it. I think
is that because I think I remember seeing an interview. They did an audible mid-match.
I think
I remember right.
I think it started as well. I don't know if you remember the steel cage match Bret had when he pushed over Vince. And was saying the famous line, saying this is bullcrap as well, what was happening to him as well. So I think it kind of started from there and built up to here. And I think it was a plan. I don't think mid-match. I think they had the plan, but they didn't know how it was going to go over like that, as you said as well. So good first in an immortal moment. I wonder is it just going to be WrestleMania matches, or are they going to include other matches as well?
They might include other matches, but it would probably be mostly WrestleMania because those are the most iconic.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Let's go to the next person. Well, not the next person, but the tag team. The Natural Disasters. We don't have an inductee yet, but I think either Earthquake's family, along with Fred Ottoman, who's still alive, maybe should induct them, or even Jimmy Hart would be the fun. But, God... Finally, we can say the Shockmaster is in the WWE Hall of Fame, technically. Because Fred Ottoman played the Shockmaster in WCW, if you remember. But I'm so happy for John Tenta, Earthquake, as well. Like I said, I did tell you the first wrestling video I watched was the 1990 SummerSlam with Earthquake and Hulk Hogan as the double main event as well. But can I say one thing? And this is to you as well, Legion. If you guys have never seen Dark Side of the Ring, go watch it, because I will say the Earthquake story is probably my favourite story now. Like, it's been going for, I think, 5 seasons now. And they've covered New Jack, the plane ride from hell, like other wrestlers and that. But I never knew much about John Tenta, Earthquake. I'll just call him Earthquake and that. But you see him as the bad heel on screen and that, but he was one of the most nicest guys ever in that. And, unfortunately he passed away around 20 years ago and that. Like, it was only in his 40s and that, so taken again way too soon. And that's, so I'm very happy that Earthquake's getting into the Hall of Fame. You got any thoughts on this? Your memories from these two as well. So, and they're one-time tag team champions as well. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't have much memories on him outside of the whole Shockmaster thing, because this was before. I'm being honest. This was before the time I actually started watching it. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like
I don't know much about them.
Yeah, I'm just like I said, they were a tag team. They were a heel tag team, but then turned, and they won the tag team titles as well. So I think they only had a short reign as well. But
who was it? Was it one of them known as the tugboat?
Yeah, that's Fred Ottoman. Yeah, he was the tugboat and that. So, and he was also at the SummerSlam. Oh no, we showed him at the SummerSlam. He was supposed to be in Hulk Hogan's corner, but got injured by the earthquake. And yeah, very interesting story as well. You remember the Mania match between Hulk Hogan and Sergeant Slaughter in WrestleMania 7?
Yeah, I know of it, yeah.
Fun tip. Tugboat was supposed to be in Sergeant Slaughter's place. He was going to be the big heel to turn and do the Iraq sympathizer and all that stuff, but they got a bit cold feet, and I'm glad as well, because I think Sergeant Slaughter would have done a better job than Fred, just saying, as well. So, yeah. I'm glad both of these guys are going into the whole
in a sense, the whole Sergeant Slaughter thing with him being the whole Mr. USA Army guy, it didn't make much sense within Iraq. It worked out, don't get me wrong, it worked out.
Yeah.
but with his whole persona, it just didn't make much sense.
Yeah, and he was also on G.I. Joe as well, so, it probably would have
Yeah.
worked out, so they made the right turn. Let's keep on continuing. Let's get to the three main guys as they've got them here as well. So let's go with the third one. Lex Luger, I'm very happy to see in the Hall of Fame. In WWF, I'll go over and he's been inducted. I would have loved if they got Sting to induct him. I wish they could have got Sting. I know,
you know the history of why it's gonna be DDP.
Because he helped them with the DDP yoga. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. For what Diamond Dallas Page, the help Lex Luger, Jake the Snake Roberts, Scott Hall before he passed away. Like I know Diamond Dallas Page is already in, but like that human being is just an amazing person as well. Like full props to Diamond Dallas Page as well. Like
I honestly I think his DDP yoga in general should be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, as well, yeah. And
because it's helped so many people.
Yeah, yeah. It's just, and he went on like one of the Shark Tanks, and they turned him down as well. I'm pretty sure there's footage of that. So I bet they're kicking themselves now because he would be. I don't think he'd be care about the money. He's just making people's lives better, and that I think Diamond Dallas Page as well. But let's go over Lex Luger. Look, Lex Luger when he's in the WWE is probably not remembered as well too much, and that. But he's two-time World Heavyweight Champion in WCW, two-time WCW World Television Champion, five-time and longest rating NWA WCW United States Heavyweight Champion, three-time WCW World Tag Team Champion, one-time Slammy Award winner, and also the co-winner of the 1994 Royal Rumble as well. So I think Luger, for more of his WCW career, definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame as well, because he was like their Hulk Hogan, what they were trying to make Hulk Hogan, like in the WCW mold and that. And it didn't really work out because he was supposed to be the Hulk Hogan replacement when he came to WWE and that. But like I said, I'm glad that he's in as well. So yeah. Do you want to take the next one before we go to the main, Legion?
The next one is the wife of The Undertaker, Michelle McCool.
And funnily enough, being inducted by The Undertaker.
Yeah, and it's well. I thought she would have been inducted by Layla, to be honest.
Yeah, because of Lay Cool. Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, you would think, but no. But I don't know what's going on with her and WWE. So I think that's why, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's a two-time women's champion, two-time and inaugural WWE Divas champion, of course, two-time Slammy Award.
I'm glad she got in, because like I said, the biggest thing I remember about her is Lay Cool as well, because they were really... It's unfortunate as well, because the unfortunate thing that'd probably be remembered is for the Mickey James incident that we won't mention here.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
It's probably crossed the line a little bit, but it's nice to see Mickey got her revenge in the end and that. But yeah,
I think a lot of old school viewers will remember her as her teacher persona.
Oh yeah, those guys who have got fantasies and that. So I don't know the list of the women that have been inducted and that. Like I think there's how many? There would have been about 5 or 6 because I remember. We're going to actually talk about one. We're going to do our list of 3. We're going to do 3 each of who should be in the Hall of Fame, and I know you've got one as well, so which I completely agree on, and that. So, but well done to Michelle McCool as well. Like I'm glad she got into the Hall of Fame. I'm glad all these guys got in the Hall of Fame just to get the recognition and that. But let's go to the main, probably the headline of this year, the Cerebral Assassin. What are the names? The Game. I'm forgetting a lot of names, but Triple H.
King of Kings.
The King of Kings, yes. Triple H himself is he's going to be he'll be a 2-time inductee. Of course, he'd been inducted as a member of DX in 2019, but just the resume as well, 9-time World Heavyweight Champion, 5-time and inaugural World Heavyweight Champion, 5-time WWE Intercontinental Champion, 2-time European Champion, 1-time Tag Champion, 2-time World Team Champion, won the Rumble twice in 2002 and 2016, won the King of the Ring, 3-time Slammy Award winner. What people say as well, Triple H, sleeping his way to the top and that, but the guy deserves it and that, so, And And he's been
he
inducted
had
by
he
Shawn Michaels as
yeah
well.
he had a rough early career,
Yeah.
like really rough
Yeah, really
early
rough.
career with the
The Click.
what with the what was that called, the curtain
The
call.
curtain call, yes, because for those who don't know, there was him, Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash, Diesel, and that. And Diesel and Kevin Nash, that was their last night. And they were leaving, and they showed, there's video footage of them hugging each other and that. And Shawn was a champion at the time, so he couldn't be punished. So Triple H took the punishment, unfortunately. Which,
Yeah, and especially with Nash and Hall leaving,
yeah,
he was the last man standing.
yeah. He was actually supposed to win the King of the Ring that year in '96, but it went to Austin, and thank God it did,
Yeah.
because, we wouldn't have had this, maybe. We don't know. So, in hindsight, it was a good thing he did it, but yeah, like he finally in
The
the end.
question, no, with that being the question, if he would have won the King of the Ring, would we have Austin 316?
No, probably not. Because it came from that match with him and Jake Roberts, because Jake was, had turned his life around, had, found God and all that stuff. And that's why Austin came up on this, because Austin was coming back from a cut lip and that, and heard Jake the Snake Roberts cut a promo about, I forget what the promo was, but it was a biblically promo and that, and then he decided to do that on the spot. So smart thinking by Steve Austin and that. So, but yeah, well done to all the inductees as well. So let's go on to our three who should be. Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first with my three?
Go ahead and take it.
Rightio. Number one, I know he was supposed to already be inducted into the Hall of Fame, and it's supposedly going to be one day, but Batista should be in there as well. Just for what he's done as well, like he was apparently going to get fired as well before he joined up with Evolution. So, transcendent. Where would you rate him as a movie star as well? I'm curious. Of all the wrestlers,
He'll always be known as Drax.
Yeah. Have you seen his other stuff as well?
I've seen one of them.
Is it the one where like the world is coming to an end? I actually watched that, and it's
I think where he breaks into those people's houses.
Yeah, breaks into it's done by a famous director. I'm brain farting on the name, but it was a really good movie as well, and he's a really good actor as well. I'm just trying to think who's the best wrestler to come from. We might do a list one day. I think he'd be in the top. Also, like as we said, remember him for Drax as well in the Guardian of the Galaxy, and that's yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, there's a weird moment with. I remember seeing an interview with him. He said he regrets playing Drax, which is like because the reason being because that's all people will know him for now.
Yeah, I know. There's even a line he did off the fly in that while they're doing "Who is Gamora? What is Gamora?" And he goes, "Why is Gamora?" Is it? He goes, "Why is Gamora?" Yeah.
Yeah, he goes, "Why is Gamora?"
And
I got one better for you. Why is Gamora?
Yeah, and then and that was ad libbed, and apparently they left it in that. So he's a smart thinker as well.
And now that is in movie history.
Yeah, exactly. My second one as well. I think before I go to probably the one that we'll never get in, unfortunately, but I think Jim Johnson, who used to write music for WWE before, forget when he was let go. I think 2015, 16, around that time, but. The iconic themes of DX, Steve Austin's theme, there's so many themes were done by Jim Johnson. They should A, hire him back, or B, just get him into the Hall of Fame because he effing deserves it as well. So
he even stated if they ask, he said he'll come back.
Yeah, I don't know why they got rid of him in the first place because his music is. I know there's been a lot of people. I actually went through with you the other day the current guys that are gone now, I think. But yeah, they had hardly any hits as well. Like, of Jim Johnson's music list, you would say at least 70 to 80% were hits. With this other group, probably 10-20% were hits, and the rest were
very little.
Yeah,
very little.
And then my third one, I Can Dream, but Owen Hart. They did a DVD so many years ago for Owen Hart with Martha Hart's permission and that. And even in AEW, I know we got the Owen Hart tournament and that, but even just for his brother Brett, I'm sure The old regime is gone now. I'm sure Triple H got CM Punk back, so never say never. And I'm sure Triple H could go to Martha and have a talk and that. But Owen Hart deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, yeah, like you said, it's a new regime. It's like under Vince, yeah, that would never happened because he was that stubborn. But under Triple H, as you said, he brought back CM Punk, the one person we thought would never come back to the WWE.
Yeah. But
it might happen one day.
Yeah, and I was going to say as well, they did the Owen Hart. It was a Dark Side of the Ring story as well. Go watch that as well. I'll just say, watch it from year one as well. There are so many good stories out there that are told by the guys we know as well. And it was narrated by, season 1 was Mick Foley, and then they got on to Chris Jericho as well, which is, they got good wrestling history as well. So yeah. And those are my 3. What about you, Legion? Who are your 3? I'm curious.
I'm going to start off of a pretty decent sized name that everybody loved to see because this one should have been entered a long time ago.
Yep.
And everybody knows him by Umaga.
Can we get William Regal in here? Because I love it when he called him Umanga.
Umanga.
Yes,
he brought in a very interesting character because a person, and if he was to, let's say he does get inducted, there's only one person who should do it. I'm sorry. Armando Estrada.
El Mando Alejandro. I can't do the rolling of the R's in that, so yeah. Even that or Jamal as well. Or did he pass away? God, I hope I haven't stood on it. So.
I'm not sure. That's why I paused.
Yeah, let me just quickly go while you keep on going, and I just try and.
But yeah,
3. Yeah, go on.
He when he because I remember he had a persona before Umaga. I just can't remember who it was.
It was the 3-minute warning. There were 3-minute warning. The tag team. You don't remember that?
Oh, no.
Okay.
That's why I'm drawing a blank.
Okay.
But I think with him reinventing himself as Umaga, I think that revitalized his career tenfold.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Rosie did die. I do apologize. I completely forgot about that. So, yeah. But yeah, sorry, go on.
Yeah, I think there's one feud that I think Umaga will always be remembered for is his feud with Bobby Lashley.
And also, you could say, for me, I know we're going to mention that match as well, but John Cena as well, they had a hell of a match at the Rumble.
Oh.
Last Man Standing.
Yes.
It kind of solidified Cena as well, because there'd been, even though I think it was like 2 years into a reign and that, or maybe, I don't know, but there hadn't, like, people were but that showed how tough he was as well for me. And that. But I do remember the Bobby Lashley, him and Lashley. As well.
The only match that pops in my head with that particular feud was the steel cage.
Oh match. Yeah.
Umaga wasn't in the match.
Yeah,
it was Bobby Lashley and I can't remember who else it was. And Lashley just dives into the cage, collapses it on top of Umaga.
Yeah. Yeah, memorable.
That's my first pick.
Yep, your first pick. Okay.
And this next one is a big one, and I'm using the term literal as well. And it's a long. He needs to be inducted. Is the Big Show.
Oh, yeah.
He has done so much for the company. So much of these funny skits, WrestleMania matches. Like the one that popped in my head was where he did the what's that called? I can't think of it. Oh my lord.
Okay, well, while you're trying to remember as well, and not only that, he's working WCW as well. He's originally. The story was he was brought in for the Dungeon of Doom because he was Andre the Giant's long-lost son, coming to seek revenge on Andre the Giant with Hulk Hogan at the time. And in his very first match in WCW, he won the world title. Controversially as well, but yeah, there's that. So, the Big Show, I think, he's still in AEW, isn't he? In that?
Kind of. He's still contracted.
He's still contracted, so unfortunately, I don't think he'll unfortunately be in there, but it's another good thing as well.
I'm glad the name change to the Big Show was made because the Giant was just bland.
He was They called him, I forget, it was a Paul Wright for a bit because they didn't really have a name for him.
In the beginning, he was known as the Giant Paul White.
Yeah.
I think it was.
So, yeah. Yeah.
And but the it's just this iconic music. It just what pops in my head.
Yeah. Yeah. There's another good one as well. Yeah. And it's a dream match as well that we never got to see. Him versus Andre the Giant. I don't know if the ring could have held them both in that, but yeah, that would have been an interesting match.
I don't know. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
And my last one is surprisingly that she was never inducted. Is Miss Elizabeth,
the First Lady of Wrestling.
Yeah, First Lady of Wrestling. I am shocked that she has never been inducted.
I think due to her unfortunately passing as well, which, Lex Luger was apparently there at the time, so he's getting inducted. So, if Luger getting inducted, maybe Miss Elizabeth as well. But yeah, as I said, I'm sorry to talk over you as well, but the First Lady of Wrestling, it was one of my first images as well, in the wrestling. Her and the Macho Man. Ooh yeah. There's another good Dark Side of the Story. I'm going to keep on talking Dark Side of the Ring because people should watch it as well. Because there's another one good there of her and Randy Savage as well. So really good story and that. But yeah, I completely agree with you. Those three should definitely be in there and that. So I think we're 6 from 6 on good list as well. So yeah,
I think that's the first time we made a list like that where we didn't duplicate.
Oh, we'll just save that and we'll move on to that. Anyway, let's get on to your. Okay, so the segment here is I challenge you. Legion challenge. What was your challenge to me? It was to do a WWE title run with Jinder and make it good, and I think I did make it good. And then I came.
Yeah, you made it amazing.
Yeah. And then I came back with you, and I thought that was a bit of a garbage thing because Jinder's title reign as well. It's to have him go, I just basically, gave him more matches before, he wins a Battle Royal, basically second match back, and then wins the championship of the year time later and that, so yeah. And then my challenge to you, as I recall, was to do a pay-per-view, a War Games pay-per-view, featuring NXT versus TNA. Lay it on me, baby. What have you got?
And I will say this right now, this challenge was I'm going to say it was a challenge due to the fact that TNA has a tiny roster. It was tough.
I mean, you could have
pulled... I managed to get...
Yeah,
I managed to get 2 War Games matches out of this.
2 War Games matches. I'm interesting.
1 men's, 1 women's.
Nice. Can I ask how big your card is?
6 matches.
6 matches as well. I just want to write this down because I'm really curious as well. So, hit me. What's the opening match? And by the way, you don't have to say a winner or loser if you don't want to, but just tell me the match and that's go ahead.
Oh, I have the winners.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Nice.
The opening match will be the Hardys and Ace Austin versus the No Quarter Catch Crew with Charlie Dempsey, Miles Bourne, and Tavon Heights.
Oh, interesting. I really do like. And who are your winners? I'm curious.
I would have the Hardys and Ace Austin come out on top.
First match of the night, you got to get the crowd involved as well, and especially the Hardys as well. So I like to see your booking like a booker as well. So that's really good. I like that. Yeah. All right. Next match.
The next match on the list would be Tasha Steelz versus Julia.
Oh, interesting. Are they champions or just
no champion?
Just one-on-one straight up match. Okay.
Yeah. It was just like a challenge.
Okay. I'm guessing Julia's the winner.
Yeah, I would have Julia come on top on this one.
Nice. I don't know much about Steel, to be fair, so I'll have to have a look at her as well.
The only reason I had that one was a hard one to choose because I had to go through a lot of their women's roster is very tiny.
Yeah, it is unfortunately tiny there and that. So they're 2 good matches so far. What's your third match?
My next match will be Eddie Edwards versus Ethan Page.
Oh, 2 heels. Okay, who would the crowd be cheering? Probably Eddie Edwards.
That's a good question.
Probably Eddie.
It's a bit of both because it would be a bit of both.
Yeah. Who you got winning?
I would have Ethan Page coming out on top.
I've got to say, like, I know I said Trick Williams and Obafemi are will be the biggest things coming from NXT if they do come from NXT to the main roster and that. But Ethan Page just has at least an Intercontinental Universe title run. I feel like I would say I'd love to see either him win the World Heavyweight or the WWE title. I don't see it happening, but I would make a point for him as well because he's just money. And that's a good third match. Okay, tell me a fourth.
And this next one is a more of a. Actually, no. I'm gonna move on to this one.
Okay.
This one will be the women's War Games match.
Women's War Game match, rightio. How many in each as well?
4 each.
4 each. Okay, go for it.
Be Team Fakir with Stephanie Fakir.
Yep.
Sol Ruka.
Yep.
Kalani Jordan.
Yep.
And Jordan Grace.
Oh, very nice.
Versus Team Masha with Masa Slamovich.
Yep.
Rosemary, and the Team Spitfire, which is Donnie Luca and Jody Threat.
Nice. Very nice. They're all baby faces, apart from Rosemary and that, but I think the rest are baby faces, aren't they? So.
But it'd be interesting having Jordan Grace on Team WWE.
Yeah, considering she's from TNA and that, so yeah. Yeah, okay, I like that. Go
this
on.
one, I'll have Team Vaquera come out on top.
Yep. Okay, what about...
Before anybody say, I'm not favoring WWE and all this, I'm looking at this as a fair standpoint.
It's more NXT as well, so that's not WWE, but continue.
Anyway, next one is more of a dream match of mine that I had to add.
Okay.
Is Nick Nemeth, formerly known as Dolph Ziggler,
yes,
versus Ricky Saints.
Oh, that's a match I haven't thought about. Like, I'm not really on the Ricky Saints train yet because...
I followed his career when he was in AEW.
Yeah, I followed it as well. So he had good matches with Cody, didn't he, for the TNA title?
Yeah, he had good matches with Cody. Yeah, and
nice.
To be honest, I would have Ricky Saints come out on top on this one.
Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. Yep, okay.
And the last one, this was a hard one to choose on the team anyway.
Yep.
This is the one you had me do is Team Oba versus Team Hendry.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
War Games match.
Yep.
So for Team Oba, of course, I have Obafemi.
Yep.
I have Josh Briggs.
Okay.
Tony D'Angelo.
Okay.
And Rich Holland.
Oh, that's an interesting 4, but I like it. Go on.
And you're gonna like my Team Hendry with Joe Hendry.
Yep.
Eric Young, Moose, and Sami Callihan.
Oh, Sami Callihan, yeah, that's really good. The first thing that stands out to me is no trick.
No trick.
Okay. Is he just injured or what's
to be honest, I didn't think about Trick, to be honest. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. Like I said, there was other... I was going to bring up, no Javon Evans as well. Like, that's another one. That's all good. Like I said, this is you're booking your pay-per-view and that. And I'll say it's either a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It's a thumbs up as well. I'd give that a solid 8 out of 10 as well. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't realize at the time the TNA roster. I wouldn't mind if you picked up TNA Legends as well. Maybe go.
And I'm gonna leave the winner of that one a mystery for one reason.
Why is that?
Here is your challenge.
Okay, I see what's coming. Go on.
For the pay-per-view that I created,
yes,
I want you to write up the actual matchups with the given results.
I'll have to oh, so that's all of them?
All of them with the given results.
Interesting.
That's why the last one I left a mystery so you can give that one how you want.
So I've got a book. So I'll get you to write this to me as well. So
I'll send it to you. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've got a book what happens in the match and how it happens.
What happens during the match, yeah.
And that's
how it happens and how it ends.
And that's for all of them as well, okay.
This is your expertise.
Interesting.
It's what you're good at.
I was going to say
I can book the match.
Yeah.
You can do the rest.
It's very interesting. I think I've got a couple ideas. I like that challenge. I look forward to that challenge as well. So that'll
I told you would like it.
that'll be the next pay per view is May the 10th. I'm pretty sure for Backlash. So I'll do my summary then. So well done. I will say yep. Well done to you. So my
Thank you.
you gave me a good challenge. So now I've got to think of you a good challenge. So I'm going to not do the two that I was going to give you as well. So I might still do it considering you gave me, but we'll see in that. So I might have a think about it for the challenge and that. So, but anyway, I think it's time we got on to WrestleMania Night 2 as well. Before we do, I forgot something from Night 1 as well. On SmackDown before WrestleMania, there's going to be the Andre the Giant Battle Royale as well. So we don't have a list of who's in the match and that. We can only sort of guess in that. So I'll go if we're going to have 4 picks as well. I don't know if they're going to be in it or not. But who do you think? Who are your 4 to win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal?
My first one is probably your personal favorite.
Yeah.
Grayson Waller.
I didn't think of him. Okay.
Next one might be a little long shot, but I see it possibly happening with being Karrion Kross.
Yep.
He needs a nice little push just to get him moving.
Yep. I agree.
Other one, the next 2 is a big possibility.
Okay.
Ludwig Kaiser.
Oh, I forgot about him as well. Okay, yeah, I like that.
And the other one is a new breed to the roster, Ray Phoenix.
Ray Phoenix. Okay, wow. It's me writing down my list. I forgot about Ludwig as well, and Austin Theory, and them as well. So it's unfortunately that I think Ludwig Kaiser deserved to be on the main. I previously had an Intercontinental title match, I know they're doing a Fatal 4-Way we're going to talk about here, but I had a 6-person one that would have Ludwig as well with Penta, Sheamus, Braun Breaker, and then Dominic and Finn Balor, and that just have a 6-way, and that's so.
I'm still upset that Sheamus isn't in that Intercontinental title.
Yeah,
match.
I know. Yeah, they could have told a really good story about even Braun going to him, if you lose, you must retire and all that stuff. So they could have done something like that. So I think Sheamus deserves it as well. Hopefully they'll get the Intercontinental title on that. So anyway, we got that out of the way, which is I got to do my 4th. But jeez, well, I agree with you. Yeah. I did have Karrion Kross as well in my one because I think since the Final Testament is basically not there anymore, and that he needs a bit of it's either do something with Karrion or release him is what I feel like.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I chose him.
Yeah, I'd have Karrion. I had Ray Phoenix as well. People say a guy like that probably shouldn't have won, but Jey Uso won the Memorial, once, and he's now fighting for a title. So, I'm just saying, it's not a detriment on your career if you win this and that. I know who's won it in the past. It was a detriment. Wasn't there a football player? Oh no, sorry.
Almost every single one.
No, I wouldn't say.
Because the last one that won it was Bobby Lashley.
Oh, God. Jeez. No, didn't they do one last year?
They did. Oh, no, they didn't.
Yeah, so this is... I'm sure they did one last year. I remember Lashley winning, and that was... Yeah.
That was the year before, yeah.
I
forgot. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm saying Jey Uso won at one time. Cesaro, and then he became a Paul Heyman guy because of it. So
Cesaro was the inaugural, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was supposed to be Big Show was supposed to win, but yeah, they ended up with him, and then it did where he became a Paul Heyman guy, which I completely forgot about as well. So, yeah. Anyway, so I've had Karrion Kross, Ray Phoenix. I don't think he'll make it back, but I'd love to see Ilya Dragunov win it and that. So I know he's your boy and that. So sorry to take that. And then it's the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. I think I know he's building up people now, but give Braun Strowman, make him a 2-time winner, and that. I think maybe he's already 2-time, maybe a 3-time winner. I think he's only won it once, and that. So I have to look over that. So
he won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal?
Yeah, he won it one year. Because he threw out.
I know the other battle royal he used, if you want to use that term, battle royal, was the one in Saudi Arabia.
That was a Royal Rumble anyway, so they've added the greatest Royal Rumble, but. No, he did win it because he threw out one of the Saturday Night guys that they were doing a comedy thing in there, so which really didn't vibe with me. But yeah, there's our 4. I don't know if you guys have got. Who do you think should win the Andre the Giant Battle Royale and that, which will be tomorrow as well? So I'll be watching it live and that. So yeah. But anyway, let's get to the main card as I do my thing. So I'm just going to go. We know what the main event is. It's Cena, and that's all. We'll leave that to last. So let's go. I'm just going in order right here. So we got the triple threat match for the Women's World Championship. Io Sky defending against Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. Legion.
Well, we know who Sugar's picking.
Yeah, well, are you really surprised that they've it was supposed to be Bianca and Rhea 1-on-1 originally.
Originally, and then Io Sky came out of nowhere and to win the title, whatever. But this build up, I don't know what to think about it. It makes Rhea look like a crybaby.
Yeah, it really does, and that's so yeah. It's I'm sure she wouldn't mind because she's obviously got the credits in from them building up. She had probably the greatest women's title match with Charlotte a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
at Mania.
The thing is, and I'm half agreeing with this. You will never hear me say this again. I half agree with the IWC when they say this.
Yeah,
is that they're comparing her to Charlotte Flair in this case.
Oh, that's blasphemy. I'm sorry.
No, that's why I said I half agree with it, meaning she's being given the title match.
Yeah, at least she's Well, the thing is, like she the original was the original match was her and Liv Morgan, but they did it at the Raw premiere on Netflix as well. So yeah. I'll fight the internet wrestling community on comparing her to Charlotte Flair as her whining, and well, not whining, but at least she's not.
My other half, that's why I said the other half, she's earned her credentials, but at the same time, she's working her way into those shoes, which she needs to get out of those shoes as soon as possible.
Well, if there's. In saying that, then other women on Raw can step up and take over a spot, and they're obviously not. So, I'm just trying to think who's a Raw woman that you would think would be in a better position. I think Lyra Valkyrie would be one as well. They've tried to build her up, and she's just. I'm sorry, I don't enjoy her work, unfortunately, at the minute.
She's amazing. Don't get me wrong, she's amazing in the ring. It's her mic skills.
Yeah, it's her mic skills, and that's that's a big issue, and that's so. Anyway, I'll tell you my tip as well. We don't have the points yet. We're going to do the points over probably before Sunday and that. But I'm sticking with my gut. I think Bianca is going to win because she's got a streak at Mania, and this will involve maybe Jade and Naomi coming out as well, and then Bianca being revealed as the mastermind behind the attack on Jade Cargill, and this is when I think Bianca will turn heel, even though Jade's on SmackDown. Yes. Yeah, and they're on Raw. I don't know how they. Well, we're going to have the draft pretty soon as well, so they might obviously the women's world title might go to SmackDown and they might come to Raw. We don't know. So I have Bianca Belair. What about you? Who do you have? Cryo? A Cryo. Oh, there we go. I got it.
Wow, there it is. There it is. Woo.
I got Cryo on the mind. Sorry.
You're here, folks.
Sorry. Legion.
I am now Cryo.
Yeah, Legion. Who have you got?
I have Io Sky winning this.
Retaining the title.
Yes. We're in a way redeeming from last year.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. But having where Bianca can retain of not being pinned.
Not being pinned because she's undefeated at Mania at the minute. What's she on now? I think she's 5-0, or either 4-0.
Kind of, yeah. I think it's 5-0.
5-0. Okay.
4-0 or 5-0. One of the two.
Yeah.
One of the two.
We'll have to have a look at that. Yeah.
But I don't see her turning heel just yet.
Just yet, okay.
Like you said, the draft's coming up. I think she's gonna be drafted to SmackDown with no title, and then something's gonna happen on SmackDown where she finally turns.
Yeah. And maybe win
keep the current title on its proper brand.
Yeah, and then maybe then maybe win the title off at Tiffany, and that I could see that happening.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I could see it.
All right. We got the next match is the women's a tag team match for the women's. Oh, by the way, I got Bianca pinning Io Sky as well. Who you got Io Sky pinning?
Oh.
Yeah.
I just told you.
Yeah,
kind of.
Rhea. Yeah, you did.
I have a pin.
But we'll just
Rhea.
So you got Rhea taking the pin as well. Interesting. Okay, so let's get
Pretty
on
much keeping that streak alive where Rhea cannot beat Io.
Yeah, because All right. Let's get on to the women's tag team title match with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez defending their tag team title against Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. I know they put Liv and Raquel together because they want to build up the tag titles and that. And I think Liv has been a bit wasted here as well, just to be fair. Because she had an amazing year as the world champ, the women's world champion before she lost it. I know at the end it lost a bit of steam and that, but that was, that was going to happen. And originally she was supposed to be defending the women's world title against Rhea and that. And then we have Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, the current women's Intercontinental title, who won the Battle Royale. They went from the first team in, and then won it all, and that. So, I think this is just basically just a match to further the tease of Bayley, turning on Lyra, whether it be in this match or the next night. The next Raw or SmackDown, or whatever. But I don't see they could make a call for Bayley and Lyra to win, and then Bayley wanted to take the Intercontinental title off Lyra and that, but no, I don't see it happening. I see if they want to actually have the women's tag team titles a serious thing, and then I think keep it on Liv and Raquel for a good few more months in that, and build up the tag team championship. So I've got the I'll get the name right. I got Liv and Raquel winning, and I've got Liv pinning Bayley. You?
Oh.
Yeah. Your thoughts?
I have. I'm agree with you on the winners. I have Liv and Raquel retaining. I agree with you on every single thing you've been saying. But I have Liv pinning Lyra.
Probably because I think there's going to be the community. You're thinking probably the same thing. There's going to be a miscommunication between the two. And then Liv is going to pin whoever gets knocked out in that. So I just have Bayley because then
that's probably the best outcome that's going to happen.
Because then I see
my little fan theory in my head's thinking that Bayley's going to turn on her or abandon her.
Yeah. That could probably happen. But then I see Bayley. Maybe they'll do an aftermatch thing where Bayley and Lyra are, having a shouting match, and that's when the heel turn happens. They could be one of those two. That's my thoughts behind it. So yeah.
Anything's possible.
Yep,
anything's WWE.
All right, we get on to now AJ Styles versus Logan Paul in a singles match. Number one, it's great to see AJ with his original music back because that other style of music was terrible. I'm saying it right now. Versus Logan Paul.
I'll gladly admit that.
Yep. Versus Logan Paul. We all know Logan Paul is probably, apart from Bad Bunny, the greatest. Sorry, my phone's going off and getting messages and that's fine. Probably, I forgot to turn on silent. That's my bad. I owe you money. Probably the greatest celebrity turn, and there's another one. Let me just go turn this quickly before I keep getting more of them, and that's so. Can I get your thoughts on the match as well?
This is actually a more interesting build-up than I was originally anticipating.
Keep on
That's
going.
a nice southern phone you got there.
Oh, thank you. The old Facebook thing. I thought.
And how Logan Paul introduced a new finisher.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Pulverizer?
Yeah, the pulverizer. It's ingenious. Like I saw it, I went okay.
Well, it goes from a back suplex into a DDT. By the looks of it.
Obviously, you don't see him doing that on wrestlers. Let's just say Ivar of the War Raiders. I wouldn't see Logan doing all that. But
no.
But on like AJ and that, like I could see that happening, and that's so.
That's why he has the his left hand.
Yeah.
His knockout punch, whatever you want to call it. I can't remember. What
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's why he has that as well.
Yeah, I mean after. Like I said, there was the initial thought there was going to be Logan Paul versus Cena, which I would have hated. I would have preferred much to see this match as well. As much as I hate to say it as well, like I know AJ's into getting close to his final years as well. I really hope he does a TNA run because I would love to see him go into TNA. Maybe win the title, but him and Joe Henry could have a really good program in there. Like
Oh,
he being the old guard coming back to save the company. Like unfortunately, you have AJ turn heel, but I think AJ as a heel is a bit better than AJ as a face. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion as well. His mic skills are not too good. They're good, but they're could be better in that. But for me, I think this will be a very good match as well. Like Logan Paul's just since he's been in wrestling has been, outstanding in all the matches he had. And I have Logan Paul winning as well. I don't see AJ winning.
Oh, right.
I'm sorry to say.
Well, I can see that being this his finally his one win in how long since he lost the United States Championship?
Yeah. It's been a
Yeah,
while.
because he's lost a ton of matches. He's only won a handful, small handful.
Yeah.
But this, like I said, this match, I see this match going either way.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, I see my boy AJ coming out on top.
Oh, we're night one we're
We
pretty
finally hit our crossroads.
yeah. Night one we're okay, but now we've got two different things, and I think there'll be a couple. I know there's one more because I stayed with the pick originally, and I did see
Maybe all three.
maybe we'll find out here in a second. I did say someone said if Logan Paul wins, like they're going to vote no confidence on Triple H. Like, shut up, seriously. Like,
If he wins, it's deserved.
yeah, it's deserved. Like, I know. Take the wrestler. I don't think much of him as a human being, but what he does in the world, like I would love to have as well. Like the amazing followers he's got and all the stuff. He's winning at life, Logan Paul, as well. To be that good outside and then to come in to wrestling and get it, like very few celebrities do. Like, good on him. He is winning in life. That's all I can say. So
Yeah, and he gets a lot of hate, but he's just eating it. He's
yeah,
eating that hate.
he just loves it, and that's so it's yeah. All right, let's go to the Fatal 4-Way for the Intercontinental title between Bron Breakker defending against Penta, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio. As I said, I wouldn't have minded if Sheamus and Ludwig would have been added to this match, and that they could have told a good story. Even making an elimination match as well. And that, but yeah, we've seen the tension between the Judgment Day. Oh, by the way, since Penta has been in WWE, it's been amazing as well. He's really gotten into the WWE vibe and that, and I've loved his work. And Bron Breakker, that spear Bron Breakker did on Carlito, my God, like
May he rest in peace.
yeah, make Carlito rest in peace as well. So it's just like Bron Breakker gets it. Like I don't think. If Jay wins the world title and he loses it here, like, do you see him being the first challenger? The thing is, you'd have to have Bron win if he was to take on Jay for the world title as well. Like, I don't see... You couldn't have Bron eating too many losses in a row. And I know he hasn't really lost too much in that. This is balancing out winning and losing as well, where apparently it matters in AEW, even though they had a guy debut for the company lose. But I'll just, I won't say a word. I'll shut up about that. Thinking about this match, I don't think Bron Breakker is ready for the main title scene. I think after SummerSlam he will be. Because I have Bron Breakker winning, and I have him pinning Dominic Mysterio for the win.
Ooh.
So, and I know you're different because you talked about it. So tell me your thoughts on this match, Legion.
Yeah, this is, as we've said this on many things, like this match could go either way. Yes, like Braun is the favorite to win this 100% because he's been dominant since his main roster debut.
Yeah.
I don't see Penta winning just yet, but I don't see him taking the pin.
No, you don't. And he just took his first pinfall loss, which I was really surprised. I thought, wow. I would have.
By Finn Balor.
Yeah.
And I don't see Finn winning this yet. Keyword yet. I see him winning it down the line.
Yep.
But not yet.
Yep. Which
leaves my pick for this, which is Dominic Mysterio winning his first singles championship on the main roster.
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah.
And I'm not counting the NXT North American title.
I know he did have it on the main, but that was, anyway, that's
He won that on NXT.
Yeah, won on NXT. Yeah.
But I have him pinning Braun.
Bron's going to take, obviously, what would it be? A finisher from Penta, a finisher, then Finn
Pretty
Balor.
much it'll be a finisher from the others, and
Yeah.
he
And
steals the pin.
sneaks in the. I could see that character. I could see that. Like, I was going to change it to Dom as well, but I thought I won't because you talked about it. And last thing I want to do is take your glory in that, but I could actually see that happening.
And
happening
with
as well.
that, with him being him pinning Braun, this will be the start of the downfall of the Judgment Day.
Yeah, because then he'll assume leadership, even though there's no leadership of the Judgment Day. No. Yeah,
Pretty much he can put dominance over Finn, saying that's how it's done.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, it's going to be. I reckon that might even be one of the sleeper matches of night 2 as well. Like, there's so many good matches that could happen, including this next one, which I'm really looking forward to. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre in a Sin City street fight. Can I say the street?
This one's
the street fight last year.
This one's been a year in the making.
Yeah, the street fight last year they had the 6. I know a 6-man with Bubba Ray as the guest. It was probably the sleeper match of the weekend. I feel like it. I was not looking forward to that match, and due to the people and that, but it really put it out. But these two right here, they're at the top of their game. Drew McIntyre had an amazing last year. It was my wrestler of the year as well. And Damian Priest started off slowly with the world title when he won it at Mania last year over Drew as well. But then he built into it, and then he had, unfortunately, it was his last match as the world champion, but he had his greatest match against Gunther as a world champion and that. And he's just been growing and growing. And I think we all say some people are better as heels than babyface, but I think Damian Priest is a better babyface than heel. And that's and it's going to be interesting to see what they do in this street fight as well, if they're given the opportunity to, go for broke and that. But in saying that, after what Drew McIntyre did last year, win the world title, then lose it in 5 minutes at Mania, but be cashed on as well, to then win the Money in the Bank and then lose it on the same night, and then to have a chance to win the championship and get screwed out by CM Punk, I think Drew McIntyre needs to win, but he needs to start getting a bit back, and I think Drew McIntyre will win this. And that could go either way, but I think Drew would benefit more with the win than Damien. Legion, your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with that stance, like pretty much 100%.
Yep.
Drew does deserve this win, but it's the fact that, like I said, this match has been is a year in the making after what happened last year, as you mentioned.
Yep.
With the whole cash in.
Yep.
And this is a way for Damien to prove that he can beat Drew without the assistance of CM Punk and the Money in the Bank briefcase. So I have Damian Priest winning this.
Oh, okay. So is that another? That's apart from one, we're all different in that. So yeah, the title might be in
jeopardy.
In jeopardy, yeah. It's. I mean, I've been holding it for too long. It's about time he took it off me. But anyway, so like I said, this is going to be a great match and that. So, now this match was originally supposed to be Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. By the way, if it was Kevin Owens and Orton, you'd have Orton winning. Yes.
Most likely, yes.
Yeah. But it's Randy Orton versus to be announced. And apparently it was announced at WWE World that Orton would be holding an open challenge. There are only 2 names that come to mind for this open challenge. One being Aleister Black, Malachi Black, who was released from AEW early on in, I'd say, January. And that after a long tenure with the thing. They had the House of Black was really good. Or it's the one I'm hoping, but it won't be. Or it could be, we could be seeing the return of Rusev Day. I don't think it will be, but I think, I know Rusev is signed back with the... It's interesting if they'll go with Rusev or Miro. I pray to God they go with Rusev. And that Rusev Day...
Keep his OG name.
If it's, I've still got the shirt as well. It's one of my favourite shirts, wrestling shirts as well. So, but I think the open challenge will be answered by Aleister Black, and I think Aleister Black is winning as well. What about you, Legion?
Hey, you forgot that you didn't know there was a third person?
There's a third? Okay. Tell me.
It's a possibility.
Go on.
On this one?
Go on.
That the match will be back on. Kevin Owens responds.
Yeah. I will say this. If it's the Swerve, what with it? It's going to be the greatest swerve ever.
How about this? Nick Aldis comes out,
Or Nick Aldis. Okay. Do you want to do?
but
Yeah.
no, not Nick Aldis not being the competitor. He comes out to tease it, and then he gets attacked behind. Orton gets attacked behind by Owens.
What, and then Owens and
Pretty much Aldis turning as a heel general manager.
heel general manager. Interesting. I mean, he plays a good heel as well. So, I mean, do you want to do a tip on this match, or wait till the match happens and go? Do you want to just strike this off?
Well, let's be a freebie.
A freebie? Okay, so not. If it is Aleister Black, I don't see him being, coming to the company and lose straight away, because that'd be very stupid. And if they do it like that, I will burn him like I did with Josh Alexander losing in AEW on this current day, and that's so be interesting to see. It's unfortunate if Kevin Owens is really injured as well. I wish him all the best as well, because he's just an amazing wrestler as well. So.
The weird thing is, with this open challenge, I don't see Orton coming out on top.
No, you don't, yeah. And I think Orton can eat. I think if it was KO and him, I think he wins, just to get the win back over KO because of the stuff and that, so yeah. But anyway, let's go on to the main event of night 2 for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Cody Rhodes defending against John Cena. If John Cena wins, he will break the Ric Flair record, which is the WWE thing, because Ric Flair has actually won a few more, and that Ric Flair has even said
he's won like 4 more.
Yeah, he said he thinks he's a 18, 19, 20 time world champion, and that. So, God, the heel turn that John Cena did. Number one, losing the Rumble. I thought, okay, I thought they were in jeopardy because, as I said, the Cena was apparently going to have a match with Logan Paul, which I would have absolutely despised. And unless Cena would have pinned Logan in like a squash match, which I would have been happy with, and that. But then the heel turn in Elimination Chamber, and now, what about the promos they've been having as well? Like there was one John Cena heel promo over in Europe, and that, like, I just went, holy crap, might be promo of the year already, and that. John Cena as a heel gets it, and for him to turn it on the fans, which I didn't think it'd go that way, but for him to turn it on the fans as well, especially pointing out that little kid as well that got hate as well, I think the Cena heel turn has been amazing, and Cody holding on to the title for a year as well. I thought he would have lost it by now. Him still holding on, and that. I'll get your thoughts before I'll give you my tip as well, because I think we might be different on this one as well. Your thoughts on the match?
Yeah, like as you said, like the whole Cody Rhodes holding it for a year. We're surprised that he held it for this long. I think I still say they dropped the ball with him not dropping it to Kevin Owens.
Yeah, I agree.
That one I still say they dropped the ball on, because he still could have won it back before WrestleMania.
Yeah,
but now it's like, I don't know. The Cena heel turn has just been chef's kiss, golden, in every sense of the word.
Yep.
How, like you said, he just turned it back on the fans, saying it was their fault, which is true if you look at the past.
Yeah. They're all
he's been nothing but truthful.
Yeah, he's when he was a babyface. We're all not me personally. I don't know if you were, but they're all booing him, and that's Oh,
I was never really a John Cena fan to begin with, so I was part of that John Cena sucks chance.
Okay. I mean, it is catchy and that. So, let's go to the tip. So, before I give you my tip, and we'll go to your tip. Backlash is being held in St. Louis. Now, who do you know that's from St. Louis that's on this card?
And he is the cover of it.
Yeah, and he is the cover of it as well. So,
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton. I think I'm going to stick with my gut. I probably won't have it for many points, but I think Cena will break the record. And then we'll have a Cena heel champion run. I don't know for how long for, but then at Backlash, we'll get a heel Cena versus a babyface Randy Orton. Like, I know we've had it the other way around and people are probably sick of Cena and Orton, but this is a different dynamic, and I would love to see it as well. So
100%.
Yeah. So my tip is John.
We've been talking about like that kind of matchup for like ever since the Cena heel turn,
Yeah. So that would be,
and it's like a dream
yeah.
match.
So that's my pick, John Cena as well. Probably, like I see, this is a match that could go. They probably wait till the day and see what Cody thinks as well. Cody's got no injuries, hasn't he? He's fine physically. Yeah, he doesn't need time off.
As of right now, I don't think there's any
Yeah, okay.
injuries.
So I don't know what they do. Maybe Cody will have a bit of time off and maybe a rematch at SummerSlam if Cena wins. But
All right.
like I said, I think it could go either way. But I'm going to go with my gut, and I think Cena will win. So your thoughts?
All right, I'm gonna go with my with being in Vegas. I'm gonna go with a gamble on this one. Before I give my pick, I'm gonna announce this is my lock.
Oh, okay. I'm interested.
This match can go either way.
Yeah.
Like we would love to see a Cena win to get his 17th world title, and we also like to see freaking he getting his comeuppance by Cody beating him. But I don't see that happening. I see Cena getting his 17th.
I'm. So, and that's for 13 points.
I'm
Yeah, 13
for the
points.
night. That's
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
for that's 13 points. Yeah. So, wow. Okay. If you want
Like
to
I said,
change,
I'm a gambling man.
yeah, you want to hopefully not as bad as me last year with Gunther and my lock and that. So, I'm gonna say, well,
How about this? How
yeah,
about this?
yeah,
Like I said, since I'm a gambling man right now,
yeah.
you will not hear me change my response.
Okay. Well, I think
You heard it here.
okay, radio. I mean, I'm more than happy for you to change it. And that. I don't think I have a lock yet as well. So, if I was going to go, my lock would probably be Tiffany and that. So, but I'll let you know then. So, anyway, that's our tips for WrestleMania. It's going to be an amazing weekend as well. I know you're really close to it as well, so I'm sure you'll have to have
Oh yeah,
stories as well and that. So,
I'm gonna hear the fireworks.
hear the fireworks and the yeets as well. So, and we'll be watching it at least. Will you be here Sunday with me, or probably the Monday? Or you don't know yet?
I should be. Yeah, I should be.
Both days, good because, like I said,
Yeah.
commentating on the match with you has been really good as well. Like it's really
What day is? Oh yeah, I should actually. Yeah, I should be. Yeah, this week.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. So you'll see
Yeah,
it
I'm thinking
here.
next week.
So you see it here on about 9 a.m. So I have to really wake up early. It might be a bit late. I'm not going to lie. So,
But
but
I
yeah.
will be watching Stand and Deliver though.
Oh yeah, you lucky dog as well. I won't be able to watch. You'll have to tell me while we're watching the pay per view and that. But anyway, that's it. That's our WrestleMania podcast and that. Once again, thank you, you guys who are watching and that. I know we were nearly going to cancel today, unfortunately, but we did get there in the end. The next pay per view, next podcast we'll be doing will be before Backlash, which I think is in May and that. So we'll be here. We'll have my John Cena, the final part of my John Cena story, and also Legion giving me me tipping the matches as well, booking the matches for his pay per view and that. So yeah, yeah. So that's going to be it. I'm going to have to head off and go do some stuff. But once again, Legion, thank you for joining me for the podcast. Always enjoyed to talk.
Problem.
Always enjoyed to talk wrestling with you. We could talk wrestling for hours and that because we love wrestling. No matter it's AEW, WWE, TNA, New Japan, Indies, what else am I missing? Backyard stuff. I don't care. We love wrestling here. So
And before we go,
yes,
there's one person I just thought of that might be a interesting mystery opponent for Orton,
go on,
and we talked about him yesterday.
go on.
Jeff Cobb.
Yeah, I don't think he just recently signed. I don't think they'd want to push him straight away, and that even though
They did with CM Punk.
yeah, I know, yeah, that's yeah. I mean, but that's CM Punk, like that's
But anything can happen.
that's a once in a generation. I think like he'll be on NXT and that. So, but anyway, we got to go head off in that. I hope if you do watch WrestleMania, you're more than welcome to join us and that for the stream as well, because we'll be giving our thoughts on the matches. Giving some ratings as well and see how we go and that. So yeah, thank you for joining us in that, and I'll see you tomorrow for a gaming stream as well. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I'll be on tomorrow as well. So until then, here's Legion. Over there, that sexy wolf waving. I'm Sugar Ray. Enjoy wrestling for the weekend. Take care. Bye bye. I did the wrong thing. It's fine. You disappeared for a second. That's fine. Bye bye.